Good morning to everybody. Myself, I am Dr. Yam Prabhu, working as a guest faculty in School of Physics, Madurai Kamarajar University. Now I am going to discuss about the fabrication of dye-sensitive solar cell and its applications. First, we go into the introduction about the global issues. Nowadays, two serious global issues going on. One is increased energy demand, another one rising in environmental pollutions. The International Energy Agencies reported the total world energy consumptions need for 18 terawatts in 2013, and the total energy consumption is estimated to be 28 terawatts in 2015. Among the various energy sources, the solar energy is a large source to satisfy the global energy demand and also access to renewable energy sources, which is essential for the global sustainable energy. Why nanomaterials? The nanomaterials are very interesting field of research, even though the metal oxide semiconductors are known as a photovoltaic material for long period. The nanomaterials have a unique properties compared to this bulk, and the properties can be controlled by the simple tuning size and shape, doping and composites. For like the shape of the nanomaterials depends upon the doping concentration and the composition of the material, which is very useful to the optical and electrical properties. And another, the energy become a winded with decreasing the particle size, which is also the optical property applications. Since the surface to volume ratio is very high in nanomaterials, good amount of dye molecules can interact with the nanomaterial to give the better efficiency. And also the very effective applications in photocatalyst and solar cell, the LED and sensors. Evolution of solar cell means generation of solar cells. Four generation available in solar cells. First generation is based on the silicon based solar cell. The silicon constructed by the p-type and n-type based junctions, and the cost effective is very high and also efficiency is very high. Then we go for the second generation solar cell based on the amorphous silicons for copper, indium, gallium selenide or cadmium telluride. The cost effective of fabrication cost effective is very low and also efficiency is very low. Then we go for third generation solar cell, dye-sensitive solar cells. The dye-sensitive solar cell is based on the semiconducting based solar cells. The cost effective is very low, the efficiency is very better. And then the fourth generation solar cell is based on the polymer thin film solar cell or plastic solar cell. Now we focused on and go for the dye-sensitive based solar cell. Why dye-sensitive solar cells? First, the dye-sensitive solar cell invented by the Brian O'Regan and Michael Gratzel in 1991. He is the father of the dye-sensitive solar cells. The silicon-based solar cell have a good power conversion efficiency. Now he will achieve 24% efficiency, but the effective of cost is very high. And also using the solar energy with an inexpensive material in efficient and reliability. In DSSC fabrication method, using the semiconductor formed between the photoanode, sensorized anode, and electrolyte and photoelectrochemical systems. And nowadays, the efficiency of the dye-sensitive based solar cell in TiO2 materials are achieved by 11% of, and then the efficiency of the zinc oxide nanostructure in 4.7%. The merit of the dye-sensitive solar cell is very cost-effective, very low cost-effective of fabrication method, and also eco-friendly, good solar conversion efficiency. The issues and challenging of dye-sensitive solar cell. Reduce the recombination at the interface by the fabricating the bilayer electrode and prepare the composite semiconductor electrode and doping with different elements. The employing various morphology for superior electron transport property. These are all very interesting factor to reduce the recombination rate in the DSSC. If you reduce the recombination in DSSC, the efficiency was improved. Fabrication of the DSSC components. Then lot of these are all Very needed component to the fabrication of DSSC. One is transparent conducting oxide, that is called TCO, and another one is MOC, metal oxide semiconductor, and organic dye, and electrolyte, and the sealing casket, and counteractor. These are all sandwiched to and forming the dye-sensory solar cell devices, and so in figure 2. This is the manually fabrication of the dye-sensory solar cell in our lab. Two ways to fabricate the two samples. One is fluorine FTO containing substrate. The FTO means the fluorine doped tin oxide. The substrate is coated by the metal oxide semiconductor by using the Tauter-Miller method. After the metal oxide coated, the substrate was annealed at 200 degrees Celsius. After annealed, the substrate was dipped into the dye molecules. Here we using the eosin yellowish dye. The eosin yellowish dye UV absorption plots are and PL spectra plots are given there, and also molecular structures are given also there. The substrate was dipped in 24 hours in eosin yellowish dye. After removing the dye from the substrate, the substrates were dried in air atmosphere. And then another one part of fluorine doped tin oxides containing substrates are coated by the platinum coater. The platinum is one of the counter electrode material. The both dye sensories film and the counter electrode substrate are sandwiched by using the some clips and assemble the DSSC devices. Before you going to measure the IV characteristics, we add in the some electrolyte solutions. This is the working principle of the dye sensory solar cells. When light is passes through the DSSC devices, the absorption is process. The dye molecules absorb the light energy, I mean photons. Electrons move through the HOMO level to LUMO level, and they easily jump to the conduction band of the metal oxide, and also electrons are migrate through the photoanode to the counter electrode. The many processes are during the principles. One is reduction, recombination, recapture, relaxation. So the reduction means the electrons are given from the counter electrode to the electrolyte, and the electrons jump to the dye molecules. Once the dye molecules are inject the electrons to the LUMO level, and once again the electrons jump to the conduction band, and also electrons migrate through the circuits. So the electrons are generated overall the circuit and create the current, some amount of currents. The current voltage measurements. Finally, we get the current voltage data and plot the curve and calculate the fill factor of the and also calculate the solar conversion efficiency by using this formula. Thank you.